You're listening to CJSF 90.1 FM, online at www.cjsf.ca, broadcasting from Burnaby, British Columbia at Simon Fraser University. This is KP Wee with another edition of This Week in BC Minor League Sports. Now, during this half-hour show today, we'll recap some action from Major Midget Hockey as the top teams from across the country get ready to play in the Nationals later this month. Now, just to let you know, if you're new to this program, we don't cover the major professional sports leagues on this show, so I'm not going to comment on the Vancouver Canucks and their situation with missing the playoffs or the major shakeup in the front office, so this is not the station for that. And obviously, the Canucks were eliminated from playoff contention early in the week. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be tuning into this station if you wanted to hear about insights and commentary on that, but what we focus on here in this program are local minor hockey, collegiate sports, sports that don't get much attention or much press on traditional media. So definitely, if you get the chance to, I would definitely suggest checking out some of these sports as a good entertainment at low cost. In some cases, free of charge to attend. Now, I've been focusing a lot on men's major midget hockey action on this program, but I'm going to change things around a bit, and we're going to start off today with female major midget hockey action from last weekend, where the 15 to 17-year-olds took to the ice as the BC Female Midget AAA League had their league finals to determine the provincial champions. Now, it's a best-of-3 championship finals, and the winner of that series would then go on to the ESSO Cup, which is the Canadian National Women's Midget Hockey Championship, and that tournament is held this year in Stoney Creek, Ontario, from April the 20th to April the 26th. Now, the two teams competing for the BC Provincial Championship last weekend were no strangers to the finals in the BC Female Midget AAA League, because the first place Fraser Valley Phantom met the third place Thompson-Okanagan Rockets in the finals for the third consecutive year. And in each of the last two seasons, Fraser Valley had won the championship. So this year, Thompson-Okanagan was looking to get some revenge on to the two previous losses. Now, the finals began on Friday night, April the 4th, at the Langley Sportsplex, and I was at the game, and just an hour before puck drop, I had a chance to speak with Fraser Valley Phantom head coach Dean Reed. I first asked Coach Reed about the regular season success of the Phantom Club as they lost just one game during the regular season.
The regular season actually was even more difficult than last year. Even though we only lost one game, there was a few ties, and teams are starting to play us a lot tighter. I'm very happy to see that the BC Hockey League is getting a lot stronger all the way through from top to bottom, and there were some challenging games this year.
Shannon Mohr is ready. She's one of the top players in the league. What can you tell us about her play?
Shannon is actually a player that transferred over from the boys' side, and that happens quite often with female hockey, is they'll start with the boys' side and they'll transfer over, and I'm very happy she transferred. She's a very physical player. It took a while for her to adjust to the female game, and when she adjusted, she literally started all of a sudden getting shots on net that were going in, whereas previously she may have hesitated a bit. She's an aggressive player that I know a lot of schools are looking for her going down the road.
And what other players would you say we should be watching for during the series?
Oh, during the series, our goaltender, first and foremost. When we were in Notre Dame, she probably single-handedly won us the tournament. But then we have Michelle Tour, we have Jody Gentile, we have Chelsea Wilson, Brianna Keats, Ducek. We have a lot of seniors. Mackenzie Wong is back. And Mackenzie Wong has been out for 3 weekends. And, we have a lot of players that are coming back, and we're trying to amp up for ESSOs.
You mentioned about Mackenzie Wong being out. I think she has like 14 goals in 20 games this season. So you guys seem to have a lot of top players who can put the puck in the net.
Well, Mackenzie's been a blessing for us this is her third year, and unfortunately her last year, leading the league the last 2 years in scoring. Her being away, you have players like Shannon step up, but we also have some young players that are surprising people. We have like Mandy Pollock, for example, a young kid that first-year player. She's going to surprise a lot of people coming up.
And Shannon also coached that you guys participated in the Max tournament during the winter and lost a triple overtime game in the finals. What can you tell us about that?
What we learned from going to the Max tournament is that we're just as good as everybody else in Western Canada. We already knew that from the Notre Dame tournament and winning that tournament. We beat JWHL teams out there. We actually beat 2 private teams out there. But what we learned from the Max tournament, we're just as good as everybody else, except unfortunately they have 20 players and we only had 16. If you look at our bench in overtime, and it's kind of funny on TV, you watch the replay, I'm sitting in the middle of the bench with nobody around me. And we learned that. So coming up, ultimately our goal is Essos, and at Essos we will have 20 players.
All right, and finally, Coach, you guys are in the Female Midget AAA finals against the Okanagan the Thompson-Okanagan Rockets. What can you expect in this series?
What we can expect is they're a very well-coached team. I enjoy actually playing against all of our teams in our league. We have some very good coaches in this league, but with this team here, they're a well-coached team, and their forecheck is, we've been practicing for 2 weeks waiting for their forecheck because we know that they're going to be pressuring. We know that we have to make plays right away, and if we make those plays right away, we'll be fine.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck in the finals. Now, just to backtrack a little bit, the Phantom went 22-1-7 during the regular season, and also they took part in the Max tournament during the Christmas break that featured several top teams around the country, and they actually lost a triple overtime game in the finals of the Max tournament, as mentioned in that soundbite. They lost to a team called the Westman Wildcats, who are from Manitoba, on New Year's Day, and that was with 18 seconds left in the third overtime period in the gold medal game. But during the regular season in BC Female Midget AAA action, Fraser Valley lost just once. Thompson-Okanagan, their opponents in the finals, meanwhile had a record of 14 wins, 12 losses, and 4 ties this season. Now, before we get to the game recap, here's Fraser Valley's Shannon Mohr is ready, the leading scorer in the league this year, with her thoughts before Game 1 on Friday night. We're with Shannon Mohr is ready of the Fraser Valley Phantom. So thanks for joining us today. What can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a second-year player in the Fraser Valley Phantom. I AP last year, and this was my first season, and it's going great so far.
I understand that, Shannon, you are the player of the month for the month of February, and also you are the leading scorer this season in the league. Thoughts about your accomplishments?
I mean, I have amazing line mates. Like, I couldn't have asked for better centerman and right wing, so I just feel lucky to be putting in the puck in the net. So, yeah, that's pretty much.
And also, for the team, you guys lost only one game all season. What can you tell us about the Phantom team after this year?
I mean, we've been pretty consistent so far. We just got to put in the 60 minutes, and I think good things will keep happening. So.
And obviously, you guys are in the finals, and obviously we'll be rooting for you. What are your plans after the finals, after the season?
Well, our goal all year was to get to nationals, so we've been focused on that and working really hard to get to that. So I think we just got to be composed and keep an even keel, and I think we'll be fine.
Okay, so you guys are playing the Rockets in the finals, so good luck. And any predictions or anything like that?
They're going to definitely put up a fight, but we're expecting to win some games. So.
All right. Once again, thank you, Shannon, and good luck in the series.
Thank you.
Again, with the finals, you would expect an electric atmosphere, and it certainly was at the rink there. There were banners that were taped onto the plexiglass. It was a packed rink at the Langley Sportsplex. They even had number 9, Gabrielle Roy, one of the Phantom's forwards, singing the national anthem before the game. In the first period, both teams had some good chances, but there was no scoring until number 18 on the Phantom, Chelsea Wilson, a 5'6" forward from Langley, scored with 5:42 left in the stanza, and it was 1-0 for Fraser Valley. The game stayed that way until midway through the second period, when number 6 on the Phantom, Kaylee McMurtry, a 5'5" forward from Port Coquitlam, scored to make it 2-0. Now, both teams had chances the rest of the game, and with lots of exciting chances at both ends of the rink, but Fraser Valley goaltender Valencia Yordanov hung on for the shutout as the Phantom defeated the Thompson-Okanagan Rockets by a final score of 2-0 in Game 1 to open the series. Now remember, this is a best-of-3 affair, so each game is critical, and on Saturday night, the two teams faced off again at the Langley Sportsplex, with the Phantom just one win away from becoming provincial champions. The Rockets were swept by the Phantom in the finals last year, and who also lost 2 games to 1 to them to the year before that, were looking to stay alive. Now, so Game 2, a game which I didn't attend, but follow on Twitter instead, was a scoreless game until late in the first period when number 6, Kirsten Martin, a 5'7" forward for the Fraser Valley Phantom, scored on a power play with 3 minutes to go, putting her team up 1-0. Again, both teams had chances to score during the next 2 periods, but neither club was able to put the puck past Rachel Fontia, the Thompson-Okanagan goalie, or Valencia Yordanov, the Phantom goaltender. And I'm sure I'm messing up the names here. My apologies for not pronouncing names correctly. But neither team was able to put the puck past either goaltender after the first period, and the game would actually end by a score of 1-0. So that means that the Fraser Valley Phantom sweeps the series. They win the 3rd consecutive BC Female Midget AAA Championship. So congratulations to the Fraser Valley Club for becoming 3-time provincial champions. Now the Phantom will now advance to the 2014 Esso Cup, which will be held in Stony Creek, Ontario from April 20th to the 26th. Normally they would have to face the Alberta champion to determine who would advance to the Esso Cup, but this year both the BC and Alberta champion will move on to the Nationals because the Quebec region is not sending a team there in 2014. So once again, congratulations to the Fraser Valley Phantom for moving on to the Canadian National Women's Midget Hockey Championship. Now, some information about the Female Midget AAA League. It was initiated in the 2007-2008 season in response to, or in order, I should say, to provide an opportunity for female elite hockey players to come together on zone teams to challenge other elite female midget teams. And since its inception, the FMAAA League has had over 50 players go on to play at post-secondary institutions in Canada and as well as the United States, moving on to CIS, NCAA, or ACAC opportunities. If you'd like more information about their league, please visit their website at www.bchockey.net/FMAAA. Again, that's www.bchockey.net/FMAAA. Let's take a short break and we'll be back with more after this.
The 11th Annual Burnaby Festival of Volunteers returns Saturday, April 12th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Brentwood Town Centre. In the spirit of Volunteer Canada's National Volunteer Week campaign, this event is designed to get you connected with all of the great volunteer opportunities in Burnaby. So come learn more about organizations like the Burnaby Neighborhood House, the Blanket BC Society, and the Canadian Blood Services. To find out more about the festival, please visit www.volunteerburnaby.ca. Remember, volunteer work speaks volumes, so don't delay. Get involved today.
You are listening to This Week in BC Minor League Sports here on CJSF 90.1 FM. A couple of more announcements here before we get to more sports action. The Burnaby Public Library is holding a job search strategies and networking workshop happening at the Metrotown branch on Thursday, April the 17th from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Again, it's the job search strategies and networking workshop, and this is a free job search networking event given by Mosaic. The workshop will help you to learn how to develop and strengthen your network of contacts and how to reach employers. You also will learn the process of building relationships and having the right connections that can help open doors for future employment opportunities. You also will learn to identify sources of potential job leads and to also increase the visibility and credibility within your field. So you'll learn all of these things in this job search and networking workshop. Advanced registration is required for this free event. Please call the Metrotown branch of the Burnaby Public Library at 604-436-5400. That's 604-436-5400. or you can register online. The website is www.bpl.bc.ca. That's www.bpl.bc.ca, and that's the Burnaby Public Library. And again, this is happening on Thursday, April the 17th from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. So it's something to check out if you are interested in job search and networking strategies. And if you're interested in another type of workshop, the Burnaby Public Library does have another one coming up the following week on Thursday, April the 24th. And that one is on the topic of understanding labor market information and employer expectations. Again, this is held at the Metrotown branch. And again, this is called Understanding Labor Market Information and Employer Expectations. Basically, the Burnaby Public Library is presenting a free workshop on understanding labor market information and employer expectations, and it's given by Mosaic once again. And knowing labor market information can be critical to a successful job search. Now, the session includes the following topics, such as which jobs are in demand now and in the future, how the economy is doing and what demographics exist in different regions, occupational descriptions and salary information, upcoming areas of work, and so on. So definitely, a very valuable workshop to attend if you are looking for a job or in the process of doing a career change. That's at 1:30 p.m. from 1:30 to 3:30 on Thursday, April the 24th. Hey, I guess if I weren't working, if I didn't have a job, I'll probably be going to that information session as well, just to see what the current trends are in terms of jobs being in demand, how the economy is doing, and so on and so forth. So definitely something to check out. And again, for this, you will need to register in advance. It is a free workshop. You can call the Metrotown branch of the Burnaby Public Library at 604-436-5400. That's 604-436-5400 to register, or again, you can register online on their website. And again, something that's it's kind of important, I guess, is learning what employers out there are really looking for and how you can best prepare to meet their needs. And then finally, one more announcement about the workshop that being held at the Metrotown Library. It's the resume and cover letter workshop happening on Thursday, May the 1st from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. And again, this is a free workshop being presented by Mosaic. So what you can learn here at the May 1st workshop is how to put together a professional resume and cover letter that stands out, how you can target your audience and that let your resume be your marketing tool. Because as you know, when we say when you look for a job, you're kind of like selling yourself, you're marketing yourself. So that's what they'll teach you at this workshop on Thursday, May the 1st at 1:30 p.m. And feel free also to bring along a copy of a resume and a cover letter with you so that they can help you take a look at them. Again, registration is required for this free workshop, and just again call the Metrotown branch or register online. Again, their website is www.bpl.bc.ca. That's www.bpl.bc.ca. Now, another announcement to make here. A good friend of CJSF 90.1 FM, Chris Ronald, a Vancouver-based songwriter and musician, recently had his new album out. It's called Timeline, and it's a new CD featuring some new songs performed by Chris. And he's actually going to have another gig coming up later in April, on April the 24th, which is a Thursday. That's Thursday, April 24th at 9 p.m. And this is at the Wolf and Hound, which is at 3617 West Broadway in Vancouver. So you can check him out and listen to him perform live. Again, that's 9 p.m. I should say, on Thursday, April 24th. You can also actually check out his website, which is www.chrisronald.com. That's www.chrisronald.com to get the latest information about his CD and also about his upcoming gigs. He was here a couple of weeks ago. I saw him coming into the studio to perform live in the Melodies and Mind program with Ryan Fletcher a couple of weeks back. And of course, you can also listen to Ryan Fletcher's program Melodies in Mind every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on CJSF 90.1 FM, where he features local musicians who come in to do live performances. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in local musicians. So again, so that's something to check out if you enjoy music. And I actually got my CD. Chris Ronald actually sent it to me. He sent me a CD about a week ago, and I actually had a chance to listen to it. It's quite good. So if you like folk music, be sure to check out chrisronald.com and find out about his latest album Timeline and also his upcoming gigs around the Vancouver area. Now back to This Week in BC Minor League Sports here on CJSF 90.1 FM. So earlier we took a look at the female midget AAA hockey action that took place last weekend. Now on the men's side, they already decided the BC Major Midget League champion a couple of weeks back when the Okanagan Rockets swept the Vancouver Northwest Giants in the league finals. The Rockets headed to Red Deer, Alberta last weekend to take on the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs of the Alberta League in a 3-game series, a best-of-3 affair, to determine which Pacific Region club would be advancing to the TELUS Cup. The TELUS Cup is the men's national midget championships that run from April the 21st to April 27th in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Now, in the BC Major Midget League finals a couple of weeks back, the Rockets had faced a Vancouver Northwest Giants dynasty that had won 5 consecutive league championships going into this season. It was the same story for the Rockets facing the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs, who had won 4 consecutive Alberta League championships coming into this year. And in fact, going into last weekend, the Chiefs also were the current 2-time defending National Midget AAA champions, winning the TELUS Cup back in 2012 as well as 2013. So a tough task for the Okanagan Rockets to try and knock off Red Deer in the 2014 Pacific Regionals. Now in Game 1 on Friday night last week, April 4th, at the Red Deer Arena, the Rockets got on the scoreboard first when Tanner Campbell scored on the power play midway through the opening period. Early in the second period, Tyson Jost, the BC Major Midget League scoring leader during the regular season, made it 2-0 for the Rockets. And actually, that's Tyson Jost. I know during the regular season, I mispronounced his name many times, but his name is Tyson Jost, and again, that's the regular season scoring leader for BC Major Midget League. And again, he scored in Game 1 against Red Deer to make it 2-0 in the second period. And so back to his old ways as he had done throughout the season and putting pucks in the net for the Rockets. Then late in that second stanza, Tanner Wisnowski put home a rebound, and it was 3-0 for Okanagan after 40 minutes. And with Brandon Berry in goal for Okanagan, the Rockets were in great shape. Late in the contest, with only 6:50 remaining in the game, the Optimist Chiefs finally got on a scoreboard, but it was too little too late, and Okanagan hung on for a 3-1 victory to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Again, this is a best of 3, so each game is crucial. And Brandon Berry, the Rockets goaltender, made 32 saves in that first game, including 12 in the final period, and he was named the game star in the contest. So now the Rockets were 1 win away from their first TELUS Cup appearance. Could they finish off the sweep on Saturday night in Red Deer? Well, the Optimist Chiefs squashed that thought with 3 goals in the first period in game number 2, with Jeffrey DeWitt scoring twice in that opening stanza. In fact, DeWitt, who had scored just 3 goals in 11 games during the Alberta Midget Hockey League playoffs, put Red Deer ahead just 1 minute 35 seconds into the contest, beating Brandon Berry for the quick 1-0 lead. And actually, with seconds ticking down in the opening period, DeWitt then struck again when he scored with 48 seconds left in that first period to put the Optimus Chiefs ahead 2-0. Tegan Kuhlman scored just 23 seconds after that, and Rockets was suddenly down by 3 goals. They were down 3-0 heading into the first intermission. Okanagan finally got on the scoreboard when captain Brandon Wagner got his first goal of the series at the 4:34 mark of the second period to make it a 3-1 deficit. The Optimus Chiefs, however, put the game out of reach in the final period with a flurry of goals in less than a minute. They actually scored 3 goals in a 39-second span. So 3 goals in 39 seconds, and they went ahead 6-1. Brandon Berry, who was outstanding, in the Okanagan Nets in Game 1 as well as during the BC Major Midget League playoffs, was pulled at that point. He allowed 6 goals on 41 shots. The Optimus Chiefs added their 7th goal of the night on Reed Kilburn, who came on in relief of Berry. And so the final score there was 7-1 for Red Deer over Okanagan in Game 2. So the series was tied 1-1 with the third and decisive game going on Sunday afternoon, and the final game would turn out to be a thriller. The Rockets struck first when Tyson Jost scored with just over a minute left in the first period to put Okanagan ahead 1-0. So again, big game, the third and final game of the series. You expect your big guns to come through, and definitely Tyson Jost, the leading scorer in the league during the regular season, did that to put the Rockets up 1-0. That was the way it stayed until the second period when the Optimus Chiefs answered back with a pair of goals in the second against Brandon Berry. It was 2-1 for the hometown Red Deer club. So the Rockets were 20 minutes away from elimination. They were down 2-1 going to the third period, but Tanner Brown scored with 8 minutes left in regulation, and that forced overtime. So again, it doesn't get any better than that. Sudden death overtime in the final game of the championship round to determine who will move on to the national championships in Saskatchewan. So it was definitely a nail biter, very thrilling, and with just over 5 minutes gone into the extra period, Liam Finley, one of the big heroes during the BC Major Midget League playoffs, put in the game winner for the Okanagan Rockets on a rebound, and the Rockets prevailed by a final score of 3-2, stunning the Red Deer Optimus Chiefs. And so 2 weeks after knocking off the 5-time defending BC champion Vancouver Northwest Giants in their own building, the Okanagan Rockets took down the 2-time defending Canadian champion Red Deer Optimus Chiefs squad in 3 games in the Pacific Region Finals in Alberta. So the Rockets are now off to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan for the TELUS Cup, the National Midget Championship Tournament, which runs from April the 21st to the 27th. And according to the official TELUS Cup Twitter account, Okanagan becomes only the 5th BC team to win its way to the TELUS Cup since 1984. So once again, congratulations to the Okanagan Rockets. So we will definitely be watching, how the Okanagan Rockets perform in the TELUS Cup, and of course the female midget AAA Fraser Valley Phantom will also be watching for them and see how they do in the ESO Cup at the end of April. So that's going to do it for this program. Once again, congratulations to the Fraser Valley Phantom, the 3-time female midget AAA champions. They're off to the ESO Cup in Stony Creek, Ontario, and also kudos to the Okanagan Rockets, who are off to the TELUS Cup in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in BC Minor League Sports, and we'll talk to you again next week.
I'm Jamie Sessford, and this is your CJSF Arts Report for the week of April 7th, 2014. Head over to the Versus Festival before April 12th so that you can catch all the powerful and unique performances that emphasize the transformative effect of the spoken word. With a myriad of performances at a variety of venues, this is certainly an event you don't want to miss. Go to versusfestival.ca for more information. The North Vancouver Community Arts Council presents Alfonso Tejada and Majid Sheikh Akbari. Our focus is on Alfonso's inspired travels of townscapes. This series centers on landscapes between city and natural environment of the North Shore. This event runs until April 22nd at North Vancouver District Hall, which is on 355 West Queens Road. It's open from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Arts Club Theatre Company presents Helen Lawrence, an intoxicating story that centers on Vancouver city life in 1948. The main themes are loyalty and money. This play will be showing at the Stanley Alliance Industrial Stage until April 13th. On until May 20th, the North Vancouver Arts Council presents Margaret Haywood at Lynn Valley Main Library on 1277 Lynn Valley Road in North Van. This is from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. throughout the week. The show centers on Margaret's vision and style and exploring both the message and the medium through the influence of nature as she employs it in her oil paintings. For your CJSF Arts Report, I'm Jamie Sesford.
This is CJSF 90.1 FM, located